Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus for another last-minute live stream. It's Saturday morning silliness, and it's been a hot minute since I've done a stream. I didn't get to do one with Bones this week. I wasn't feeling myself, so we didn't get a chance to cover this last week's episode of Ahsoka, which was awesome. And now we are this week gonna talk about this new episode of Ahsoka. Next week on Monday of next week we're gonna do it. But today we are doing our GAC. I am as always joined by my friend the Monster, who I believe is slowly killing me. But up top we've got Jabba. We've got some Night Sisters with Marin, which is an interesting choice. Good choice. But it's a low tier Night Sister, but they've both got the Omicrons, so that'll be an interesting combination. We've got Palpatine, Big Daddy Palps. We've got General Grievous. And then down here at the bottom, we've got Jedi Master Luke. Well, up top we've got Admiral Fish Face, Fish Eyes, Side Eyes. Holy crap. Raddus, Admiral Raddus. Then Hunter, Jedi Master Luke, and Mon Mothma. So let's go ahead and start down here. My biggest concern actually is Jabba. I don't go up against Jabba super often. He's one of those characters that I see and go against. I feel like he's going to take me one, maybe two attempts. But if you want to take a hard look at it, we do have, what do you call this? We have, how much I can play around with, to be honest, right here. We've got, he lost 2 battles up top, so I feel like if I can strategically win, I might be able to do this. Now down here, he lost another 3 battles, so I have some room to play around with, which is good. I'll start here on the bottom, and I'm gonna go with my Mon Mothma team, or go against my Mon Mothma team. And to do that, I'm gonna bring out my big furry monster. Bring out my Wampa. He is pretty solid. He's a good character against this team, but I definitely want to see if there's something else I can use, because you never want to risk it unless you have to. I don't, so let's just jump into it. Oh man, how was everybody's week? I had a pretty good week. I'm actually surprised it is Saturday already. It's one of those things. Ooh, look at that. Look at the background here. We have the Night Sister Temple, or just Night Sisters in general. Gotta love the Night Sisters. Very curious as to their role in the coming storyline. I'm wondering if the Night Sisters are going to be connected somehow to the Rakata from the Old Republic. We got a little bit of the Rakata discussion in the son of Jango Fett's story, Boba. In the storyline for Boba, we got a little bit of the Rakata introduction. So I'm curious to see if that's something that we get any more information from. I do feel like they're connecting some stuff. I will be completely honest, I'm super worried for the franchise. I am enjoying Ahsoka. I like it. I think it's been fun. I think they've covered... I think that they've created something that is accessible to non-fans, but in a way that is still accessible to fans. Like, fans aren't going to be like, oh, why are they rehashing this concept, right? Why are they saying this over and over again, right? I mean, that's... All right. I would never say this, but Cara Dune, just die. Just go away. I want Cara Dune to die now. But, I mean, obviously, I want Cara Dune back in canon, because she was awesome. But yeah, I think like they do it. They've introduced or provided information in a way that's good storytelling, not overly, I don't know, not difficult to follow, but it's not pandering in a sense, I guess. Like, oh, well, obviously this. So we'll talk about it just a little bit. This isn't necessarily a spoiler, but there's a moment where, why is this a thing? And, you know, H. Wang was like, his dad was a Jedi, right? He's got gifts. Okay. I guess that's good enough. Cool. Right? So like it's little things like that. So like you have, it's kind of like a nice little way to say, oh yeah, he has potential for the future. He has potential for whatever, right? Now, I'm going to say potential spoiler alert. I'm going to throw this out there. This is a spoiler slash theory, okay? So I heard that someone from the Phoenix crew, or someone from like the Ahsoka side, is going to be left in the outer regions, right? If that's the case, this is what's going to happen. Are you ready for this? It's going to be Harrison Dula. Harrison Dula will team up with Darges. What's up, my buddy? It is a Rebel sequel, so 100% Rebel sequel. But this is what's going to happen. Harrison Dula will team up with Thrawn to fight what will actually be the big bad. I've said from the beginning that I don't think Thrawn is going to be the big baddie. Thrawn is he's a threshold guardian. Okay, so if you don't know, and I've really got to like create something for this, because it's something I teach a lot. There's a theory, a literary theory, right? Putting on my professor hat, even though I'm not a professor, teacher, whatever. There's a literary theory. It's called the hero's journey, right? It's essentially, look at The Hobbit, right? Doesn't want to go on a journey, ends up going on a journey, ends up being awesome, so on and so forth. That is the hero's journey. Now, at each stage of the journey, there are bad guys that aren't actually like legit bad guys. You know, they're not MacGuffins in the sense that it's like, oh, I'm misdirecting, or I'm this, or I'm that. First off, it sounds like no one knows what Thrawn's been up to. Morgan Elsbeth just knows that he's gone and he's received messages, right? She doesn't know what those messages are saying. She just knows that those messages are telling him that he's alive, right? Morgan Elsbeth could totally be murdered. And oh, that is true. A couple months from now, it's going to be snowing, and that's going to be awesome. But Morgan Elsbeth doesn't know that he's alive. She just knows that, or she doesn't know what his plans are. The Shadow Council of the Empire, like, doesn't know what his plans are. They just know that he's alive, or at least they think that he is, right? Like, no one's been in actual contact. He hasn't gotten on the phone and been like, hey, come pick me up. I'm in this outer region. Where are you guys? That hasn't happened, right? So what's going on? Well, what's going on is, like, he's in this other area. gathering data and information. Thrawn. It's likely that we're going to, we should get a book. Let's face it. I mean, we need another book of Thrawn. Thrawn and Ezra's journey into the unknown region. What happens? How do they survive? It just needs to happen. Like, it seriously does. Let's do that just for kicks and giggles. But here's the thing. They're in this unknown region. They're in this place that's totally new to them. And then they find information. Do they find information about the Zepho? Do they find information about... We don't know. We don't know what information they find. But we know that Thrawn is like trying to protect his own people. Thrawn only cares as much about the Empire as he needs to be able to protect the Chiss ascendancy. Right? That's what Thrawn's big focus is. It's the Chiss, right? He'll do anything he needs to in order to protect the Chiss. Okay? We have seen Thrawn collect people, right? In the first book of the new storyline, of the new Thrawn book series, we see Thrawn officially bring on Eli Vanto. He is this outer world character and his like doing this stuff. And Eli Vanto, because he's really good with like logistics, right? Shipping reports and manifests, is like, okay, Thrawn, I will go and I will do whatever it is that you want me to do, because I trust that you know what you're talking about, right? And we assume that he does, because it's Thrawn, right? So he takes Eli Vanto. Then in book, he's also looking, this is the other thing, the whole time during book 1, he's looking at Night Swan. He's thinking, oh, I could take Night Swan, who's the bad guy in the book, and I could use Night Swan to help out my people. I could use Night Swan to do this stuff. And I'm looking at SWGOH and it looks like this could work. Let's go ahead and throw a... Ooh, I don't know about this. This is going to be... Let's try it out. Anyway, so he's got all this stuff, and it's like... What is this, dude? Hold on. The first time Darth Maul is defeated, they revive 100% health over time. Woohoo! Takes a bonus turn. No, I do like that. Right? So we've got... He's collecting people. Right? He's collecting people to help the Chiss. Like, that's the whole... His whole goal. His whole modus operandi. And why is he doing this? Well, like I said, to help the Chiss. That's what his goal is. He does this throughout the series, right? He does this throughout I don't know, different like books and storylines. In the prequel Thrawn, right? And if you don't know, there is a prequel Thrawn book, and it's pretty freaking awesome. He's gathering people to to the Chiss, right? He's gathering people from the Chiss to help him, because he knows the Chiss have like this. There's some Chiss stuff going on. They're not prepared, right? I think that Thrawn has saved Admiral Wolf Yularen. Oh, that didn't work at all. I think we're going to see a Wolf Yularen who has survived the Death Star. I don't think Wolf was on the Death Star. I think he was in Chiss space. Wolf was, at the time we saw him last in the white suit, he was doing his thing as a ISB officer, right? As an ISB officer, he's playing spy, so should it be shocking to anyone that he would be a spy? No, it shouldn't be, because that's kind of what he did for a job. So it's likely that Wolf Yularen is out with the Chiss. He's hanging out with Eli Vanto, right? He's doing all of these things because he's trying to get information. Well, while he's out with the Chiss, while he's doing all this stuff, he's you know, Palpatine dies, Vader dies. He's got nothing to go back to. I just think that there's a bigger, badder threat, right? And that's what we're going to see, that bigger, badder threat. And who is he going to collect in the outer regions? Hera, right? Because he's got people from the Empire. He's got people from the other areas. It makes sense that he would then get someone from the New Republic. Now, but then you're like, oh, but Thaddeus, Hera was in, or the Ghost was in that one battle, Exegol or whatever, right? With all the Chiss, with all the ships. Yeah, it was. We don't know who was flying it, right? That could have easily been Jason Syndulla, right? Young Jedi apprentice of Ahsoka Tano. I think that is absolutely where this is going. Oh yeah, if Thrawn is in one episode, I'm gonna be furious. I will be really upset. Like that would be so frustrating. Because of the many reasons why people would be pissed off. That would piss people off. And in fact, I would be upset. Like I would be really upset if they pulled an episode 7 where it's like, oh, Luke, and he, shows up, and then it's like, all right, season 2. I'd be pissed. I'd be really pissed. If that, yeah, I would be really upset. Let's jump back up top now that we have a view of his back row. I think we'll see next episodes. I think we'll see Thrawn in the next episode. We might not get a lot of Thrawn in the next episode, but I think we're definitely going to get Thrawn, period. Like he's going to come up. This is an interesting combination. So I'm looking at SWGOH right now, and I'm seeing for an anti-Hutt team, you've got this Hunter. That's Echo. I, for whatever reason, get Hunter and Echo confused. Is that my Hunter have mods? It's not got great mods. Then we've get Ahsoka. Actually, these Ahsokas are swapped. And Baldy. Oh, but I don't have my Baldy. I don't have him. So let's do this and see how it goes. I am confident that I'm going to need I worry that I'm going to need two battles for this. So it would be a total Kennedy move if they just threw Thrawn in at the very end. I'd be super upset. I have a feeling though that let's do this. That that Hera actually, let's kill him first. Let's go after Boush Leia. That Hera somehow got sucked in with the whales, right? She got caught in the whale's jet stream, or one of the tails grabbed the ship, and they pulled the ship into hyperspace, That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I might be wrong. But yeah, that's where I'm thinking we're going to see. I think we're going to see Hera in the outer region as well. I don't think she's going to stand trial against the people, the General Failure, the Zato guy, Kyoto, I forget his name, the jerk face.
Just need a paper.
All right, kiddo. Love you too, kiddo. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see her stand trial. Oh, that's no good. This is not going well for me, guys.
And also, is there a pen in here?
I don't know, sweetie. Check downstairs in the drawer in the top.
Okay.
Let's go. Oh, dang it. Chrysanthemum, stop being revived, you turd muffin. Yeah, I there's a lot that I think is gonna happen. I loved it. This last episode was so awesome, and it was so good. It was just really the build up to it, the metaphors of it, the acting was dope. Like, I was just super impressed with all of it, and I'm really excited for this next episode. It's supposed to be a decent length, which is important to me. I mean, the length is not important. It's how it's used. No, the length of the episode isn't as important as long as the quality of the episode is still really good, right? And so far I've seen great quality, and that's what I've been really happy with. You know, it just needs to be. Come on, just die. Crap. Well, like I said, he's dead. Yeah. Yeah. It just needs to be good, right? I don't want fan service for the sake of fan service. I want a good story. Above all, I want a good story. Most importantly is a good story. Fan service should be secondary, if at all, in my opinion. And so, yeah. Accuracy up. This would be good. Retribution for that guy. But yeah, like I'm really excited for where this is all heading. So we'll see how it goes, though. I'm pretty stoked. We are halfway through, though. That's what's crazy about this. We are almost done, actually, with the first season. And I'm very excited to hear about the second season and what happens. I mean, obviously, it's all setting up for something. What it's setting up for, I'm not sure. They say it's the Kenobi film, but the Kenobi film, the Mandoverse film, this Dave Filoni film that is rumored. I said maybe rumored. I think it's been outright stated. So all right, there we go. I think 3 episodes are left. From what I understand, it's 3 episodes are left. And so So that's tomorrow, Tuesdays, and then into October, I think. Okay, this is gonna suck. We've got to get this guy down. Okay, I think we can do this. Yep, maybe. Yeah, we got this. Come on, you fat slug. Let's do it. Stab him. Poke him. Boom. All right. Yeah, so it's almost done. And that sucks because I really like this. Like, this has been the best show in my mind for a long time. Since maybe season 1 of Mando. Like, season 1 was great. Season 2 was good. Season 3 not so much. It had its issues for sure. Who do I have? But I really have been enjoying this, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Let's see. Let's go to Grievous first. Who's a good anti-Grievous? Ooh, let's do that actually. I haven't had a chance to use my Night Sisters. I don't get a chance to use my Night Sisters super often. Oh, but do I want to use Marin? Do I have mods on Marin? First time I defeated each encounter. I want to try Marin here. She doesn't have the... Oh, I can't use a relic. Urgh. She's got the... All right, let's give it a shot. But no, I'm really excited about it. I'm kind of listening to the from a certain point of view, the newest it's from a certain point of view. Oh crap. Return of the Jedi. And so it's interesting. Stun. Let's see, what is this one? Stack for enemies for 2 turns. Ooh. All right. Cover some health. Boom. But no, it's not as good as I would like it to be. I'm not just as into it as I was the other ones. This one, it's fine. It's good, in fact, but it's not, I don't know, I'm just not there with it as I was the others, so it's been kind of an issue with me. But I do like it, you know, and it is fun to engage with some of these some stories that, you know, you've been, I don't know, listening to or connecting with for a while, and this is one that I have, so that's good. But I've also been doing some other reading and some other things. My phone's going off the hook, off the heezy. So it looks like Night Sisters do this pretty well, even without like a mod or anything or a relic. That's nice. That went pretty well, because that was a pretty stacked. Look at that: relic 7, relic 5, relic 5, relic 5, relic 7. Plus he had a Datacron, and I had not even a Datacron, right? Or an Omicron, whatever the hell that thing is. No, it's a Datacron. So that's a thing. Let's look. So now we know not to step against the mama, right? Looks like, yeah, that made me feel good about myself. Yeah. Go, sisters. All right, now let's bring in the Imperials. Boom, 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 boom. So, yeah, I was happy with that. That was a solid win. No Wookiees. Let's do this and see where it goes. I have an Omicron still left. I might have to put that on Marin. I mean, my Marin is actually pretty close. As you saw, she was a gear 12, so not bad at all. Let's come here. I always get confused because I do the conquest, and because I do the conquest and I'm trying to like get feats, I typically don't go after old Daka first, which is not what I should be doing, and so I find myself doing that way more often than I probably should be. You got to kill that old hag. Gotta kill her. Boop. There she goes. No, she still lives. Yeah, I'll show you where I'm at for the Jedi Cow. I'm really close. And I'm really excited, actually. I'm in a good place, and I really want to win today so I can get extra crystals so I don't have to buy them. Because farming sucks. And if you don't have crystals in your farm, for your farm, it's a lot harder. We also got to kill Marin. I don't want her to bring anyone back. There she goes. Yeah. So, I'm fine if this is an ugly win, which it looks like it's going to be. But it's got to be a win. I have really enjoyed these last couple farms that I've been on, because they've been a little frustrating, but they haven't been like the overwhelmingly frustrating farms that I've dealt with in the past. So that was a good one. All right, let's go to. Ooh, this is rough. Let's see here. I didn't see. Does he have a Datacron on this? He doesn't. So let's do. Let's do Jedi Master Luke. I know that this isn't the best. I know this isn't the best one, but I think it could work. If for no other reason, I think that this will be let's do this. I feel like I can probably get him down, right? And then finish off the back, and if I can get the full clear and only lose 2 battles, I might be able to pull this one out, right? I'm going to say this, and this is the last thing I will say about Ahsoka. One of the things that I have been super happy with, like, is the size of the ships. In this last episode, Hera walked down off of the Ghost, and it was like a big freaking ship, right? Like, I don't know, like for whatever reason, that has always kind of like bugged me, like compared to a human, like, oh, that feels small or that feels big, and it's like it feels like the sizes are off a little bit. I mean, if I might be the only person who even thinks about that, but like it trips me out, and like, but I saw Hera getting off the ship and I was like, yeah, that's a huge ship. Like, I can clearly see how this person can fly in space for this amount of time, you know, like it made sense to me for the first time, and I was like, this is awesome, and I felt good. I liked it. Okay, that didn't work. Man, I'm getting hosed here. This is... Oh, no! Oh, but he didn't kill everybody. He only just killed one person. So that's good. Who do I want to go after? Let's do... All right, Yoda, you better start stepping up. People need to survive this. Many deaths are happening, and you're not doing much, Hermit Yoda. Or, right, whatever. Just keep doing that. Keep doing what you're doing, Hermit Yoda. I don't want to, like... All right, Hermit Yoda is dead. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the ship designs, and it's such a weird, I don't know, like it feels like it's a weird thing to be like excited about, you know? But like I've been like legit excited. It's been pretty cool. I was like, this is neat, you know? Oh, Mara Jade. No, Mara Jade. You killed him. And I mean, that was her whole point in the creation. She wanted to kill Luke. She was not happy with him. All right, so let's go back in. Let's see who good. I've used most of my best characters. Let's go in and do a full Sith team. See how that does. Sith on Sith action. Oh, not that guy. Let's do this, and this. And then let's throw a Datacron on him. Datacron? Yeah. Accuracy. Yeah, let's do this one. So, I don't know. I've been really enjoying it. And like, again, the ship designs just seem cool. It just seems really neat. And I'm happy with that. Such a strange thing to be like excited about. But I am. Take that, Juhani. Let's fear all these fools up. I think we will see this capital ship. One of the things that one of the not rumors, but theories that I've heard is that the Eye of Sauron, Sion, the Eye of Sion is as big as it is because they're gonna need to put a capital ship in there, right? Now, it has been time. There's been a lot of time between the end of Rebels and now, so the capital ship could have been retrofitted, so that's not a problem. It could easily be cleaned up and fixed from space whale attack. Can you imagine though, like being able to first off, man, I don't want to like say anything. I don't want to like ruin it, but like if you haven't seen it, how I worry because I don't want to be that guy that spoils it for you, right? I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, Dumbledore died, you know, or whatever. Harry killed him, whatever, you know. Like, I don't want to be that guy. But at the same time, I really want to talk about this. So, you know they're going to get pooped out of that whale, right? That's just going to be what happens. But also, can you imagine what happens if a whale gets, like, drunk, right? Is it going to fly into stuff, right? I don't know, but like this may not have been the right team to use. I should have thought this one through a bit more. That's all right. Maybe. Maybe I'm attacking the wrong guy. But I do think the capital ship's going to be back, right? I think that we're going to see that capital ship. And, you know, I'll also point this out. Like, there are characters in canon that we know are part of the rebellion that have a story to tell, but don't know where their story is. Case in point, Iden Versio, right? She joins the good guys. She joins the light side, and we don't necessarily know what happens to her. I would love to see Iden Versio kind of just even make a small appearance. I don't want her to be like, oh, I'm Iden Versio, I'm from Inferno Squad. Just like introduce a character like Iden and be like, all right, I'm Captain Versio, will you go and do this? And it's like, oh yeah, totally. And you know, she's capable, and they introduce her in the story. That would be dope. That would be really freaking cool. You know, yeah, this was the wrong character to use. Which is sad. Like, there we go. Here we are. Maybe we can get some more love once that friggin' Shore Trooper's dead. Let's go kill Magma Trooper. I don't like the Magma Trooper, mostly because he doesn't get enough love. So I'm going to pay him attention. Take that, Magma Trooper. Now, on a side note, did you guys hear that they're making the Lando TV show into a film? And this is one of those things, I will believe it when I see it. Because remember all the other movies they said they were going to make that haven't come out? Taika Waititi said that he's like, oh, yeah, I'm working on a script and it's been 3 years. And he's like, I haven't even started it. It's not a thing, right? So, like, I'm not going to, like, Donald Glover, I think, would do a great job telling a story. I like his writing. I like his storytelling. He was on... He's got a good blend of comedic and he's just a good writer, you know? He can tell, like, if you saw, what was it? The show in Georgia. I forget the name of it, but crap. But it's a good show. Like, he's a talented writer, so I'm curious. It would be cool to see that. It's him and his brother who are writing it, but he worked on like 30 Rock. He worked on Community. He's a talented writer, and so I am pretty excited to see if that happens. But again, it's one of these things that it's like so many things have like happened. Like, oh yeah, this is going to be a thing. This actor's getting a show. This, you know, writer's getting and it never comes to fruition. And so I'm wondering if this is one of those like legit things, or if it's, you know, just a propaganda tool. Like, Disney is in such a weird place right now. Because it's like you don't know what they're doing, right? The stock's dropping. They're losing billions of dollars. There's just so much going on. Bob Iger is going against Bob Chapek, and it was a whole thing. I don't know. Like, it's like there's so much that's going on with Disney, and it's like part of me feels that Disney is dropping the stock price on purpose in order to sell Star Wars to somewhere else. The rumor is that Disney is that if the price doesn't go back up, Lucas and like because George Lucas has like a big chunk of the company, like a big chunk of shares. George Lucas, some other random dude who doesn't like Bob Iger, and like two other guys. They were like, we're going to sell our percentage, which would make up like 51% of the company of Disney, right? And they would sell that to the next highest bidder. And the next highest bidder, I think, is Apple TV, right? Which would be infuriating because I hate all things Apple. I'll be honest. I've got an iPad at school and I use it so I can like move around the class and make sure kids aren't being stupid. I mean, they're teenagers. They're going to be a little bit, and it's nice. It's fine, but like, it's not as intuitive as a lot of the things that I'm used to. And so I don't care for it, you know, and I feel bad. I mean, it's functional and it's good. But at the same time, it's not as good as I want it to be, and it's infuriating. So, I don't know. I could see it though. The Apple TV series, the TV service is one that I don't have and don't subscribe to. And so, you know, I don't want to have to get another one, you know, because I would get another one for Star Wars. The let's see, I don't have HBO Max, which is again one that I feel like I probably should get. I like a lot of their programming, but not all of it, obviously, because some of it's garbage. Velma was not a good show. Never finished it. I've got AMC Plus because I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead. Big fan of zombies. I'm always worried that they're gonna take over the world, which I think is a legitimate fear. I mean, it's not. I know that, like, deep down. But also I don't know that, and also it might be. Let's do Dr. Aphra. I like Doc Aphra. Do I have enough dark side droids? I don't. Is that enough though? 755. I might have a Datacron. No. Let's bring in the Empire, the dark side. But yeah, you know, I think there's some stuff going on, and let's bring in my bounty hunter. Screw this. Let's go full bore. Get a murder team going. Like, yeah, there's a lot. Exactly. There's a lot of stuff that we know is happening. But there's also some stuff that is clearly speculatable, if that's a word, which it's not. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a very interesting time we find ourselves in, because there's just so much that is like on the horizon for Disney and for Star Wars, and like Kathleen Kennedy did not do a good job managing Star Wars. And I don't like what she's done. I don't know her as a person, obviously, so I'm not going to bash her character but like, she did not manage it well. There's so much potential for Star Wars, and if this is the case, which is, it sounds like it very well could be, she might have had to been dealing with Bob Iger, who has his own ego issues, and so it's like, maybe she was put under the thumb and it's really Iger's fault. I don't know. I don't believe that. I think it's very much a Kathleen Kennedy thing, but like, it's frustrating to see that they have this franchise that is beloved, and it's not doing as well as it should be. And what's interesting, and I've thought this for a while, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, I don't know. But if you look at the prequels, when they first came out, there was lots of hate towards the prequels. People did not enjoy them. And the prequels was where I kind of where I came on. Like, I'd seen the originals, but I wasn't like oh, all right, these are fun, right? I mean, they were enjoyable, but like, they weren't my cup of tea, if you will. And I came to Star Wars late. I came to Star Wars as an adult, more or less. And so one of the things that I noticed as an adult fan coming in was that lots of people hated the prequels. But there's still, I don't know, there's still a lot of love for the prequels, you know, at the same time now. And it's because people grew up on them, you know. People grew up on the prequels, and so it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, I grew up on them. I'm a fan. It's what it is, you know. And so I'm like, okay, that's what's happening. You have people who are now adults who grew up on the prequels are like, oh yeah, these are super cool. Now, granted, I think what helped a lot was the idea of was the Clone Wars. If not for the Clone Wars, I think the prequels would have struggled a lot more. What Dave Filoni and George Lucas did with the Clone Wars is they provided context that was sorely missing in the movies. You got a little bit of it in the book, but they provided context. And so what I think Disney was trying to do was, hey, we know that fans will just love it, because then what we can do is we can come back and we can provide additional context through these other sources. And they tried that, but it didn't work. You know, Star Wars Resistance was not well received. And it wasn't a great show, in all fairness. And so, like, it's one of those things where they could have, if that were the plan, right? If that's what they were trying to do, they failed, right? Yeah, I love the prequels. I've really enjoyed the prequels. And again, to me, it's because I really enjoy the stories that are created within the prequels. They spent a lot of time building up context, building up content around this time frame, which is not what they did with the sequel trilogy at all. They just said, "Oh, well, it's Star Wars and we don't need it," or something. I don't know. Some of the comics were okay, but some of the sequel era books were actually really well done. Like Alphabet Squadron, great book, great series. Aftermath, great series. These are wonderful books, and really well done. But again, not a whole lot of context outside of that. And the thing is, those books were just leading up to the sequel trilogy. Nothing was told within the sequel era, not really. And so it becomes this problem of people like, oh, well, what does this mean? And then you get the storytelling of the series, which is 7, 8, 9. There were some serious issues with the storytelling in that. Right. And I think that's what they were trying to do was bring in that storytelling content, that concept, like, oh, we'll just figure it out later on. And it was not the right way to approach that, you know? Let's see. Let's go. Let's go here. Yeah, it's in an interesting place for sure. Empire. Oh, oops. I'm glad I did not go with that one. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to go here in a second. I hear some tears. But yeah, I'm excited to see this next episode. I will be very frustrated with Ahsoka if Thrawn is in it for one episode. I have a feeling, though, that Thrawn and Morgan Elsbeth are not going to be on the same page at all. I think those two are very different. I don't know. I've heard rumors. I have my own thoughts, and that's the big thing that I'm trying to keep in check is, what is it that my thoughts are betraying? You know, are my emotions going to be screwed up if it doesn't go the way that I want it to? And so I'm just kind of trying to hold off on my judgments until I know for sure what's going to happen. So we'll see. I'm hoping certain things happen, but at the same time, I worry a little bit. So we'll see. Let's see this. Let's do this here. Yep, I know. But yeah, I'm really excited to talk to Bones on Monday night about this, because I think that it'll be a lot of fun. So Monday night, we'll try to go for 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So it would be like 7 hours from now. Let's put this on the Sith Trooper. That Sith Trooper ship is pissing me off, though. Like, it is frustrating to farm. I'm really struggling with it. Yeah, I hope he does too. I hope Thrawn straight murders Elsbeth. Like, I don't care for her, right? At all. I hope we get like I said, a Thrawn book. I hope we get the story, like, that they announce after this season. They're like, hey, Thrawn and Ezra book series, what happened? And it kind of tells the story of their time together on the ship, right? I don't know. Like, I'd love to see a Morgan Elsbeth book. I really would. What's this old lady, what's this broad thinking, right? What's she up to? Can I say broad? Is that an offensive term these days? I don't know. I don't mean it offensive. Well, for Morgan Elsbeth, I do. For most women, I'd be like, oh, that's disrespectful. Morgan Elsbeth, she's not a good character. So, I mean, I'm just like, okay. You can insult a bad character, right? I feel like that's fine. You can insult bad people, right? No one is going to defend the honor of Hitler, and nor should they, right? Because it's Hitler, right? This is Morgan Elsbeth. I'm not equating her to, like, the space Hitler, but maybe. We don't know. We do know that she put people in prisons. I don't know. I mean, and the Empire was essentially built to be like unto the Nazis, right? Stormtroopers were stormtroopers. That's a thing, which I didn't realize till I was an adult. So thank you, educational system of Texas. But it's probably not their fault. I didn't pay much attention in school either, so it was probably my fault that I didn't learn that. I'll be honest. I can't blame my teachers. I'm not going to be that guy. Boo! Oh no! Tarkin, you turd muffin. And see, like, that's the thing. I think the Night Sisters are anti-imperial. But they did want to, but that's the thing. Like, they're anti-imperial because they wanted to work with Palpatine, but Palpatine wasn't willing to share his power, right? And so, like, they weren't anti-imperial in the sense that, like, they were against them. Because remember, the Night Sisters, most of them were slaughtered long before the Empire even took over. The Separatists murdered the Night Sisters, like, hardcore. They didn't kill all of them, obviously. I mean, we have stories of some surviving, and we only know that the battle took place on Dathomir, so it's not even like they were, what do you call it? Like, destroying an entire species, right? They destroyed the ones on Dathomir, which arguably was the home world of the Night Sisters in this area. Also, we know the Night Sisters of Dathomir had different sects within them. SECT, not SEX. They were different groups of Night Sisters, and so we don't necessarily know how they all fit together. No one has put together a list of Night Sister, I don't know, groupings. Not groupies, which is different, but groupings. Woo! Victory! Even with some bad choices, I still pull it off. Excellent. Now, before I go real quick, let me jump over here and ooh. Princess Kinessa. Let me show you where I'm at. So, first and foremost, Cal Kestis, I've got him. I leveled him up. He was at gear 12 anyways, but like, I really want to get him to Relic, just in case. Tarful and Captain Rex are the two that I'm farming the most right now. And the reason, the reason for that is because of my journey guide. I'm really close. Look at this. So I'm close to unlocking this guy. Once I get him unlocked, I can start leveling him up and I can start going back to farming the other characters, right? Now, I want Captain Rex because it's freaking Captain Rex. I honestly couldn't care less about Leia. I mean, I'll get her because it's freaking Leia. Saw Gerrera, Kinessa, I do want to get Relic 7, Ewoks. All of them, because I love Ewoks. I love me some Murder Bears. I've got Tarful and Captain Rex because they're dark side and they're giving me those energy rewards so that I can then unlock, what's his face? Lord Vader, right? And once Lord Vader is unlocked, right, and I'm good to go. I think I need this round and another one. I should be able to have Lord Vader unlocked at probably by Wednesday of next week. That's kind of my goal, right? Now that I've won some shards, that'll help quite a bit. But like, let me show you real quick. I'm just using this. I've got a bunch of stuff saved up so that I can, once I've unlocked him, I can really just get him to functional soon, right? The thing that I will be missing, obviously, are these guys. These little fun bags, right? Like, it's not great and it's super frustrating. I like them, right? But they give my characters more power, but it's just a punch in the crotch. But Tarful and Captain Rex both are on dark side nodes, which allows me to farm those faster. So I've heavily been focusing on them. What I've been doing is farming these other guys just once and not doing a refresh. I'll refresh twice for Captain Rex and Tarful. But like I said, I mean, look at this. I'm super close to getting Lord Vader. Like, he's almost unlocked, right? I mean, I just need one more. I need what? 20 more? Yeah. 20 more of these to get 50 more shards, and then I'll need another 60. So 70 more, and he's unlocked. Then, jumping down to this guy, he's 2 of 5. Sirajund is almost there. Tarful will be there once I unlock him completely. Once he's got all of his stars, he's there. Saw Gerrera's being a turd, and his shards aren't dropping as fast as I'd like. Sirajunda has another 28 shards that I can be working on, so that's not bad. So I do like that it's 66, 66, 66, 66. That's cool. Right. So this is, it's going. It's doing its thing, right? That's fine. Not far away from there, this is bugging the ever-living crap out of me. I have it completely unlocked, but I can't continue the journey because this D-bag is missing a star. And I'm so close. I'm so close. And it's so frustrating. And so I've been farming for those. Let's see. Guild farms. Look at this. Look at this. I'll be honest, guys. I have 167 out of 330. I haven't been farming the Inquisitors, and it was my guild that has gotten me as far as it was, but I am no longer in my guild, unfortunately. I was booted. I'll be honest, I've been having some personal issues that have been keeping me from the game. You know, you play for 6.5 years and you lose a little bit of your drive and ambition. And it happens. And so my guild was like, look, we're kind of tired of carrying you, and I don't blame him. You know, no harm, no foul, ballas. But I miss him. I do. And I've been asked to be brought back in, maybe one day. But what I did is I created my own guild. You ready for this? You ready for this? I feel like it's a good guild. Going Nerdy Go Solo. But since it's just me, just one. I'm not it'll take me 135 days to be able to unlock the basic pit raid, which will be fun. I'm kind of excited about that, right? I'm kind of excited to go back to earn I need 80,800 740. So that's a thing. But I've got my solo events going. You know, I'm just having fun with it. And when I'm ready, I'll jump back into maybe a more competitive guild. That'll give me some time to farm, some time to goof off, some time to kind of rethink what I'm doing with the game and stuff. But until then, I'm still going to stream every Saturday for SWGOH. Mondays, we are going to... If I go into 2 guilds, I would join yours. Well, you know, same, right? Every Monday we'll be doing... Bones and I will be doing this for until the end of Ahsoka. And then we'll see what's going on with Bad Batch Season 3. I haven't heard much. And with the writer's strike still going on, we don't know much. So we'll see where that is. But, ladies and gentlemen... Oh, and one last thing before I go. Look at this. This is going to kill me. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that. I also don't think I'm going to be able to get this. So, Captain Rex, obviously not. Hera is good. Like, some of these I'm just not going to be able to get. I will next time, but they'll change the feats on me next time. Next time, I'd be able to get this, but they'll likely change the feats. I have... Let's see, 35 to go to be able to unlock this, to get the 90, which I'm hoping for, I'm striving for, but I don't know. I think most likely I'll be able to just get this one Omicron left. There's just a few pieces that I just can't reach. So this little guy is gonna kill me. I don't think I'll be able to get it because it's Phoenix characters. I might be able to pull this one off towards the end. I just have to really make sure that my the specific Phoenix teams are correct. But it might be a rough go. And then let's see, down here I'll be able to get these two. All right, I had one left. I only had the Inquisitorius. I should be able to get that. Maybe. I'll have to do some remodding probably. And then I've got some miscellaneous. I might be able to pull this off. I'm not holding my breath. I do want that extra Omicron though, so we'll see. But that's where I'm at. You know, I feel like I'm in a good place for the most part. My farms are going pretty well. I'm happy with what I've got. It's nice to be in my own guild and not have to worry about the pressure of competing, right? Competing has never been something that I truly care about. I care about the lore. I care about the storyline. I care about the fandom, right, as a whole. So this is where I'm at, guys. I hope you guys have a great... Aldry, you specifically, since you're in the chat with me right now. I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great start of your week next week. Join us on Monday for our Bones and I will be doing 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We will be going over last week and the week before's episode. of Ahsoka. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share. Check out the links in the section below for nerdy merch. And as always, my friends, smile.